Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. John here from Wild Boar Cycling. And
this is Brian.
Brian, hey, you got your new Albion all built up on here, right? This is looking sharp.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, this is pretty close to what you guys saw the last time this bike was on. A few adjustments. I think I've upgraded the brakes here to some nicer, shinier ones.
Cool.
But this is basically the last time we saw this bike.
But that's not what we're here to talk about today.
Not what we're here to talk about today.
What are we here to talk about?
We're here to talk about a topic that has got a lot of buzz. People are doing this all the time. This is not a new topic, and that is, can you get two bikes out of one frame, basically? Yeah. Can you take two wheel sets and one bike and swap them back and forth and get two different riding experiences?
A lot of folks do that, but they do it with disc brakes.
With disc brakes.
Let's see what happens when we try that with rim brakes. All right, folks, sit back and enjoy.
All right, so here I am. This is Steely Han, or Han, as the case may be. Again, my new Albion privateer. Set up with, these are Von Traeger Batassos.
Batassos, yeah.
Which were generously donated to me from John because he ordered them for his gravel bike and didn't like them. They're running on a set of Mavic. Apparently the K is silent according to the internet, so it's Cerium. These were on my Blue Bomber. I picked them up used a couple years ago. This is what's been running since I built this up, these wheels, these tires. The issue is they're slow. If I take this bike out on a group ride with John and his team, I am getting dropped or I am dying halfway through. And there's nothing about this setup that wouldn't let me run smaller tires. But then if I put smaller tires on these wheels, then I'm stuck with smaller tires and I can't go get rowdy off-road. So the solution, another set of wheels.
Another set of wheels.
Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, so, but the important to note is what we're looking at here is rim brakes. Yep, nice. Okay, so now, what are we looking at now, Brian?
Well, so we're still here with Steely Han, but now sport mode.
In sport mode, oh.
Swapped out wheels. This is another set of Mavic Cerium that I picked up recently. These are silver, obviously to go with my motif. But these are set up with a set of 32 mil GP5000s, which are a heck of a lot faster rolling than the Batassos.
Well, and also, Brian, just look at those bladed spokes.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Holy moly.
That was a happy accident when I picked these up off of Facebook Marketplace. This is not a slow set of wheels.
No.
They could be a little more aero, but that's not really what this bike is going for.
Right. And so here, what have you got on the back here? What kind of tires now did you put on this?
The same thing, GP5000s.
Right. Wow.
They are these wheels and also the other wheel set are not tubeless ready, but I have set them up tubeless and they are working beautifully that way.
Wow.
Actually, this year of the Cerium from Mavic has this weird spokes where they don't have holes on the inside.
That's right.
So I didn't need rim tape. Just slap the tire on and put some goop in it, pumped it up, and it was all good because there's no holes on. It's not drilled on the inside of the rim, which
right. And you've been out riding this since then on this. I can tell by looking at your tires. You've been out riding this and riding it hard.
I mean, I probably got 500 miles on this bike since I built it up. Maybe 100 of those are on these new sport mode wheels. And I gotta say, super fun to ride both ways. As it sits right now, not as fast as my Raleigh, but it's almost as fast as my Raleigh.
Wow.
I would confidently take this out on a group ride with your team and wouldn't think that I'd get dropped. Yeah, I think that you can 100% do two wheel sets, one frame with rim brake, as long as you're running canties.
Right. And I think that's going to be one of the constraints, is making sure that you run a set of brakes that are going to be wide enough to accommodate your tires that you want to put on, because your Batassos are a lot wider than this.
Absolutely, those mic in at like 47 mil.
Right.
And there's probably another 3 or 4 mil of heavy clearance.
Right.
That I could get if I want to run a bigger, rowdier tire, which I might do when those wear out. You know, your frame is going to limit some of that, but there's loads of space here between the chainstay, loads of space in the seat stay. If you got a if you got a caliper rim brake bike, you're going to be limited by the calipers.
Correct.
But, you know, so here's the beauty though of this bike. Here's the beauty of this bike. I bought this frame. If I count, I already had those wheels, but if I count how much I paid for those wheels and these wheels, frame, 2 sets of wheels, and even all the components, because most of them were secondhand, all of this costs less than 1 set of wheels for like that bike, for that bike. So, you know, and I think that for me, I wanted to switch back to rim brakes because I was tired of the squealing of my disc brakes. I mean, they have their purpose. They're great for stopping, but I don't bomb down steep hills anytime or often. But the great thing about this, if you want to run 2 wheels, 1 bike, rim brake wheels are super cheap.
Yeah.
Like super cheap. And you can buy 2 brand new sets of great rim brake wheels for the price of 1 set of disc brake wheels these days. And they perform just as well, and I'm super happy with it. And, you know, it's a good time.
Well, Brian, I think you have answered the question and proves out there to YouTube land that yes, this can be done. You can actually run 2 sets of rim brake wheels on 1 frame and set yourself up for different riding styles and different riding surfaces. Super easy, huh?
Yeah, and I'll add one more thing. I intentionally picked the same. They're not the exact same year of the same wheel, but they're the same wheel from the same manufacturer, because I didn't want to have to fiddle with brake pad alignment every time I switch wheels. But this isn't new. I mean, when you do 2 wheels on a disc brake bike, you know, sometimes there's 0.5 millimeter difference where the disc falls. And so you have to make sure that the disc matches, otherwise you're readjusting your caliper every time.
Yep.
So if you want to do this, which I highly recommend, just make sure that the wheels where the brake track is, you won't have to fiddle with. The other thing I still need to do is I don't have the same cassette running, so I got to fiddle with my derailleur every time, which is not that big a deal.
Not that
That's
big of a
easily
deal.
fixable.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, great, folks. Well, I hope you found this helpful. And if you've got a bike out there with some rim brakes, hey, don't hesitate to go out and look for another set of wheels and set it up for a different riding style and a riding performance.
Absolutely.
Hey, and in the meantime, what are they going to do?
They're going to go out. They're going to ride.
They're going to ride, they're going to have fun, and they're going to
keep one of the 2 rubber sides down, I guess.
from your second set of wheels. Yeah, you betcha. Okay, folks, hey, thanks. Make sure you all do all that standard YouTube stuff like, subscribe, and notify, and we'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.